SportsTicket.com.
The following is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, our panel, Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, work family.
Good morning, guys. What's happening today?
Oh, not too much. January 24th, a little cold out there, but dry. Not a lot of snow, not a lot of hassle out there on the roads.
Yeah, but it's going up to mid-30s. It should be good. And we got Tiger Fest today, so can baseball be that far around the corner, my man?
Definitely feels like
Spring
it's right around
training
the
in
corner.
February. Tigers are a hot topic around here, along with, obviously, the Pistons, the Lions, and the Red Wings, man. The Pistons are back.
They are back in a big way. Really exciting stuff around here in Metro Detroit. We got tons to share with you. Always like to talk a little bit about social stuff and the sports that's going around.
Well, speaking of that, and we're big sports guys, and occasionally, my wife tries to make me a little bit more sophisticated than I really am. Although, I feel I'm
Which is very
fairly
tough to do.
sophisticated. Which, yeah, so she gets tickets to the Fisher. We go to the Fisher, and there's this play there. It's called Kinky Boots, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You see
That's
that?
supposed
You
to
go
be
to
good.
this, right?
I've never
All right.
had it.
All right, so here. So understand.
I like the name.
Well, yeah, but it's not what you think, right? So I like the name, too. But so we go to dinner in Detroit at Mario's, which is always
Awesome.
good. Great dinner. And I go to Kinky Boots. This is on a Thursday night because, when the kids aren't around and it's a Thursday night, it's a date night, right? So we go to the Fisher, and I'm watching this Kinky Boots thing. And you have to understand something. I've been to plays in New York, all around the country, and I like going, right? I do like going. I'm not saying that, they're talented and all that kind of, it just isn't my thing. It's just, I realize the majority of plays I like are like a down and out, a little 8-yard out, a pick and roll, a give and go. Those are the plays I like.
You're a movie guy, though.
And I'm a movie
not
guy.
A theater guy.
I'm not saying
Theater's
this play isn't good. It's just, there's a sophisticated phrase, easy for me to say. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Gotcha.
That's it. I'd rather watch sports, man. That's it. But I did. I took one for the team.
I went to the Wings
and I
game.
went to
I
this.
went to the Wings game Tuesday.
Oh, it's
There
great.
you go.
But that's it. But go see it if you like going to plays and all that kind of stuff. Go see it.
If you like
very
Kinky
talented.
Boots,
The lead is extremely talented.
Definitely
Extremely
some
talented.
cool stuff down at the Fisher.
Yeah,
of course,
Fisher's
we still
cool.
got the auto show in town. I
Yeah.
think ending up
It's
finishing up
happening.
this weekend.
Been going to Fisher for years. I like going, but not so much this one. This is not my cup of tea.
Well, mortgage rates are still holding their 20
That's
low
my
range.
cup of tea.
That's some cool stuff.
That's my cup of tea right there.
In general, the market's been insanely volatile, but again, the mortgage rates are just unbelievable still, whether you haven't refinanced or you're looking to purchase a house now or maybe this springtime. Hey, if you're aggressive out there, you can even do one of these short-term rate locks. Get your information in, call Capital Mortgage. You deserve to work with us. You really do.
Harv, you know what I think we were remiss on last week and not stressing enough is that FHA lowered their version of PMI, the private mortgage insurance. They really cut it almost in half. So if you're on an FHA mortgage right now that you got after 2013, there's $100 in savings a month.
Yeah, no doubt. We're
Yeah,
gonna
but you
talk
got to
about
explain
that
it. It's just on the monthly amount.
Right.
It's not on the upfront fee that you have to
I don't want to
pay.
go too deep into it because
Right.
we're going to confuse everybody. But I mean, if I guess the bottom line is that if you've got an FHA mortgage right now,
We can save you money.
we can save you money.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up,
Yeah,
Ian.
it's black and white.
Definitely. More great news out there, and that's one of them. Capital Mortgage definitely wants to inform everyone out there at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker, that you should refinance your FHA mortgage. Again, depending upon when you got your house, do you need to get a refinance into another FHA? We have many clients, Alex, as you know, that they might have had to get an FHA loan in the last year or two, but now they qualify for conventional financing. Now there's built-in equity in your house. If you have equity in your house, you can switch this over to a conventional loan and save a lot more money and avoid that upfront MIP that they're going to be charging.
Yeah, I mean, I think taking people off of FHA and moving into conventional has been a hot topic lately as well. There are a lot of people that hit some rough times in 2007, 2008, and, unfortunately they did end up going to foreclosure, having to do a short sale where there was a job loss or divorce, whatever, and you can get them back into conventional products, and I think it's a great way to go.
So naturally, with all these opportunities that are out there, right? All these great opportunities, rates are low. FHA lowered their monthly MI. There are a lot of things going on for the positive, but unfortunately, we have to warn people out there. There are all kinds of scams out there. There are all kinds. You're going to be getting email. You're going to be left voicemail. You're going to get these mass mailers that look like official government documents. The best thing you can do is call. If you have an existing relationship with somebody, call that person or give us a call. We'll go ahead and, we'll weed through all the, the fishy stuff, but it's going on again. I can't tell you how many email, voicemail, and mass mailers I get to the office because, my office is my house, right? They think it's my house, but they can get me approved for $150,000 at my house or my office.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
The mortgage industry can't get out of its own way. I mean,
again, no doubt.
It was just. it seems like it was just yesterday that we were literally like
own worst enemy
on the brink of like a financial meltdown across the country.
Right.
And here we are again. It's the same BS about the flyers, zero down, stated income, this that. I'm like,
550 credit scores.
Do you remember? Does anybody remember like not sleeping through 2008? Like
right.
worried about like the
we're going to talk about that
down.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the professional team of whether your mortgage person, your real estate agent, your home inspector. How about your insurance guy? There's a lot of players that you can get on your side and get some great advice from. And really, you deserve it. I mean, you deserve, if you're buying a house or refinancing, to deal with professionals that return your phone calls.
Harvey,
and a whole lot more.
Isn't a rule of thumb, guys, don't give somebody any money unless you know what you're getting into. I mean, people are just laying out their credit cards. And, once you lay out your credit card and they take that $400, $500, whatever they're taking, it's done.
248-539-9797. We want to hear from you all morning long. Again, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We have people in the office all weekend long, all the time, at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Definitely take advantage of getting the information that you need to make some great decisions. It's definitely, all this is worthy of the conversation, bettering your term and taking advantage of these unbelievable low interest rates. So many families we're noticing haven't done that. Now we're starting to get the call. We are back getting those phone calls of families that want to reduce the term, and that's key. Reducing the term, Alex, as you know, saving $50 or $100 a month is one thing. Knocking 5 to 10 years off your mortgage is humongous.
Well, I mean, the whole goal of a loan, I've said this for 13, 14 years, is to pay it off. I mean, just because you save $250 a month doesn't mean you go out and buy a jet ski. I mean, you keep making the payment that you keep making. I mean, and I'm not knocking anybody that likes jet skis or boats or whatever people do, boating people, whatever. But pay the loan off, man. I mean, if I can take your rate down, keep making the same payment. I mean, it's not that. It's just I don't know.
Well, that's our favorite loan, taking somebody down from a 15 or from a 30 to a 20, 20 to a 15, and so on and so on. The goal is to pay off that loan.
All right, we've got so much to share with you this morning. Again, if you're out there buying a house, you can give us a phone call. We can usually guide you through the approval process. How key is it to get that approval in hand? We're still getting phone calls at the office, so I know you're out there, and your real estate agents are out there listening. You guys are working with folks that are not approved to get mortgages.
So how about this?
Talking to you.
I got a call yesterday. It's from a prospective buyer, and she's working with a realtor. And on the listing ticket, on the listing of the house,
yes,
it said they will not show the house without a pre-approval letter in hand.
Yeah, there's criminals out there.
I think that's pretty smart.
Why would you let someone in your house?
Right, exactly.
There's a stranger.
So I said, okay, let's do it. But, once you issue that pre-approval letter, and, it's kind of giving somebody an open checkbook. We want people to get the best deal, and we don't want them to leave money on the table. But I thought that was pretty good that in the listing it said, not going to show the property without a pre-approval.
Well, there's been some crime. There's people breaking into houses. I mean, there's bad people out there doing stupid things.
How do I know you're not casing my house?
Oh.
Right?
Well, what are your best? We don't know what your intentions are.
If I'm selling my house,
right,
and there's I'm going to just let strangers in my house. How do I know what you're doing?
Hopefully, criminals don't listen to this show.
That's why you rely on the real estate agent. They've got to call in, lockbox number. They've got to be approved. Brokers are pretty responsible, but the bottom line is it has to be a reputable company. It has to be reputable realtors. It has to be a reputable pre-approval from a reputable lender. That's the key. The term is reputable, not just a pre-approval from Joe's Trunkier Car Mortgage.
Oh, boy, those people seem to blow up all the time.
Gone.
Hey, we're taking all your calls. 248-539-9797. Hey, we also take your emails. mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. Just go to Capital Mortgage's website here locally, and you will get hooked up with all the information you need. Clarification, FHA made some other changes, too. Moving forward, Alex, it turns out that January 21st, loans taken, if you're going to be closing in the future, and you go to pay off that loan, FHA just changed where they used to charge you a full month interest, regardless if you paid off the loan on, let's say, February 2nd. Now they're going to go ahead and do how they do it on conventional loans. They're getting rid of that, where they charge you a full month of interest.
So you're not getting double dipped.
Yeah, well, that's why we had to close people before the end of the month, and so it dispersed within the given month by actually the last day of the month. Now you can close whenever you want, only get charged the per diem amount, which is the way it should be. It's about time, right? It's 2015.
There's no doubt that FHA, of course, they reduced their MIP. What they did was they had no money left. In 2007, the reserve fund was down to nothing. It didn't meet the criteria. They increased this MIP, probably too much, but you know what? They got the fund back up.
Yeah, but they got killed because everybody walked from their house.
Yeah. Deservingly, they increased it, right.
I mean, and that's why I would get so upset, because FHA was it used to be if you had a little bit of dinged up credit or a minimal down payment, FHA was the way to go. And then they jacked up their other monthly mortgage insurance, and it cost a lot of people that didn't need to spend extra money. It cost them more money.
Well, we're going to save you that money when we come back. We'll tell you how. 248-539-9797.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
No one markets your home more aggressively than my team and I. In fact, we spend more money in a single month than most agents spend all year. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. The more money we spend on marketing means driving more traffic to your home. The more people we bring to your home means top dollar and a faster sale. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, this is Mike Craig. I called Jeff Glover when it was time to sell my house. And just like the ads say, he gave me a clear and concise plan to market my house, and he delivered on that plan. Jeff got me a great price for my house with no contingencies. That's money in the bank.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Not only do they sell the most, Jeff Glover and his team have more positive reviews on Zillow than any other realtor in the state. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover. A household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
It's the Outlet Show, the RV Outlet Show, the huge RV Outlet Show and sale, and it's your chance to see what's new and save big. It's a lot of fun, so bring the whole family this Friday through Sunday to the Macomb Community College Expo Center. This show has been the big one for years, and this time even more brands will be there with even better deals. This truly is the place to get a wholesale price on motorhomes, trailers, and fifth wheels. See the newest ultralight trailers that can be towed by almost any vehicle, and all the latest motorhome floor plans. The Expo Center will be stuffed wall-to-wall with RVs, and you can walk through all the models. Check it out online at RVOutletShow.com and download a $1 off entry coupon. You'll save thousands right from the manufacturers on motorhomes, trailers, and fifth wheels. Your local dealer will be fighting for your business. Lenders will have the lowest rates anywhere, and with great factory rebates, you'll save thousands on the RV of your dreams. The huge RV Outlet Show is happening this Friday through Sunday at the Macomb Community College Expo Center, 12 Mile and Hayes in Warren.
Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwiches. Ed speaking.
Yes, I need a sandwich delivery right away.
What kind of sandwich?
I don't care. Just get it to 215 Elm Street right now.
I'm on my way. Jimmy John's.
Thanks for getting here so fast.
You're welcome, sir. Here's your sandwich. By the way, did you know your house is on fire?
That's why I called Jimmy John's.
Fire makes you hungry?
No, I knew you'd get here fast. Grab a bucket.
We're going to need more than 2 guys, sir.
You're right. What'll we do?
Leave it to me, sir. Hello, boss. Send everyone you got to 215 Elm. Doesn't matter what kind of sandwich, sir. I'll explain later. Thank you, sir.
Jimmy John's. Come in. Sir, did you know your house is on fire? Yes, I did. Grab a bucket.
Jimmy John's.
Come in.
Sir, did you know your house is on fire?
Grab a bucket.
Jimmy John's.
Come in.
Sir, did you know...
Yes, I did. Grab a bucket.
Jimmy John's.
Come in.
Sir, did you...
Yes, I did. Grab a bucket. Fire department. Come in. Sir, did you know you... It's okay, Captain. We got it handled. Care for a sandwich? Thanks, but tell me something. Shoot. Why didn't you call the fire department first? I did.
Order Jimmy John's sandwich delivery today. Yummy good, freaky fast.
Hunting for a used vehicle you can trust? All Honda certified pre-owned vehicles are backed by an outstanding Honda limited warranty that provides coverage of engine and transmission components for up to 7 years or 100,000 miles from the original purchase date. They're even KBB.com's most trusted brand for 3 years running. We think that's pretty trustworthy. Find the right vehicle for you at HondaCertified.com and search for local inventory. Start something special with Honda certified pre-owned vehicles.
Based on 2014 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information. See your Honda dealer for limited warranty details.
Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio Hotline at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas is the best place to catch all your Detroit sports.
Introducing Play.it, a podcast network like no other. From award-winning news programming and #1 sports brands to digital exclusives, Play.it is delivering storytelling at its best. Hear what you've been missing at Play.it.
The thrill of victory. the agony of defeat, and everything in between. 97.1, The Ticket.
Welcome back. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, you can send us those emails to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. Always live in the studio, 248-539-9797. We talk about mortgages, real estate.
Yeah, send any bad ones to hglands@lowrateonline.com.
Just send them directly to Harry.
Send them directly to me. I don't
Hey,
mind.
JJ out there in Bloomfield, welcome to the show. Our first caller this morning. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey guys, I guess one of my concerns is that since about 2011, 2012, the real estate prices have absolutely skyrocketed, and my worry is that if you bought a house then, everything is great, but if you were to lock in a mortgage rate right now, how do I know that this isn't just another asset bubble, that I'm not sinking into a sinking ship? I guess my price is going to
shelter.
Well, hey, JJ, where are you looking to buy?
Well, looking out in Bloomfield.
Okay, you're looking in Bloomfield. Is that somewhere you want to be for a very long time?
Yeah.
All right, so if you're going to be there a long time, there's no better. What are you going to wait around and think, and you're going to predict the market's going to go way down?
Rent? I mean,
so here's the problem. Let's say you're right, and the market goes, the prices go back down again, which I don't think they're going to go back down as far as they were. But where do you think mortgage rates are going to be at that point in time? They're certainly not going to be where they are now.
Yeah.
So you might give up a little bit, on this end. You just got to get in, because the more you spend, and I'm not saying you shouldn't find something that you're comfortable with, that you really like, you're going to be there a long time. But if you're playing a game where you're going to wait till things come down and this and that, what's going to happen is whatever you buy on the low end is going to increase in a payment, because mortgage rates are going to be up. And that's the thing, over time, you want to be the lowest or at a very low rate. You don't want to go at a high rate.
Yeah, and the rates right now being quote unquote historically low, I guess I don't see them going down much farther again. So I guess that makes sense.
They're not going to.
They're not going down to zero.
They're not going to go to zero. JJ, here's the thing, man. To be honest with you, dude, you really don't know. Quite frankly, I mean, there's nothing to say that house values won't drop 50% tomorrow morning. I mean, there's nothing saying that, but it's
but the likelihood of that, right?
Yeah, it's a house. It's for you and your family. You're going to pay the mortgage off.
You're going to be there a long time. It's a place where you want to live, and
don't worry about it.
Right, exactly.
I mean, pick a place you like. You're going to decorate it and make it cool. It's something you like, and it's yours. Doesn't matter. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's like buying. It's like I don't want to put any money in my 401k because the stock market might crash. Well, you don't know that, man.
It's a long-term play, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got a short-term. You got to do it for the long term.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
So
thanks, guys.
I'll come for the show and take care of it.
JJ.
See you, man.
There you go. 248-539-9797. Sort of an interesting thought. I used to say it to myself. So if you buy a house, let's say it's $200,000, and you wake up one morning and someone says to you, "Hey man, values are great. It's worth $250," so you feel a little bit better. Then the next morning you wake up and someone says, "Hey man, they gave away the house down the street. It's worth $175. Now you're down $25,000." What really changed?
Nothing.
Your payment's due on the first of the month. Your family shows up. The bus picks up the kids in front of the house, and away you go.
It only matters if you're going to sell. And then when you sell, where are you going to go without paying more money?
Hey, timing in life is everything, no matter what you do. I mean, the kids that are buying right now have great opportunities.
You got to look long-term. I mean, I bought my house a long time ago.
Yeah, you've been there for, 20 years now?
Yeah, over 20 years.
Over 20 years at the same, but you don't have to.
Going on 23 years, yeah.
I think you made a good decision on. You found the place. You raised your family there.
Yeah, thank you.
248-539-9797. Dave out in Howell. Good morning, Dave. Welcome to the show.
Morning. How's it going?
Good. What's up, man?
What's up, Dave?
So I just closed on my house last October 1st, and listening to the show, the MIP went down. I did use FHA, and I'm wondering, since it was so close that I just got the loan, would I still be able to qualify to get that knocked down?
Absolutely. 100%. What rate are you paying right now? What interest rate?
I did roll in the cost, so it's at a 4.5.
Okay. So you're at 4.5. So we can cut the rate down and lower the monthly mortgage insurance for you.
Yeah, this will get savings for you, Dave.
It's called an FHA Streamline. I don't need an appraisal. It's the costs are very, very minimal, and that's it. It's really boring.
Awesome. I love boring and saving money.
I love it. Hey, that's my motto, too. I love boring, predictable, and saving money. That's exactly what I like.
Dave, let me call after the show. Give me about 45 minutes, and I'll call you right back.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
Good job, Dave. 248-539-9797. We have some open lines out there.
That's what I tell people. If I have to call you every day that means that's an issue. Like usually, like boring is good. If you're like if I call you once a week for like an up-to-date pay stub or a bank statement or whatever, that's a good thing.
You know, when I tell people about boring, they say, "Well, Harry, you don't really like boring." I said, "Okay, how about stable?"
There,
how about
better
stable?
word.
Let's use that word, stable. I like stability. I like predictability.
Why not?
You know,
There's
all
enough
that
craziness
stuff,
out
all
there.
that excitement, it's so overrated. It only gets you in trouble.
Fannie Mae economists expect the economy to strengthen in 2015. That's what we're hearing. The company's forecasting consumer spending to rise, lower gas prices. We're definitely dealing with that now. Firming labor markets, rising household worth, improved confidence, and the collapse of the oil industry has been saving us a few bucks at the pump.
But then what are they saying about the housing industry?
Well, they said it should follow. I mean, it definitely should follow. I mean, again, I think
it should follow.
I think we're up for a little bit of a problem here. I don't see that we have enough housing out there. I mean, last year everyone was fighting over the same houses. As soon as it turned March, April, there was multiple bids. Real estate agents had their chest all pumped up. Meanwhile, they're jamming families up.
Well, since we're concerned about our area, last year at this time, remember, we went through the worst winter in 100 years. It doesn't look like it's going to be like that this year.
Right.
So what happened is people weren't necessarily going looking at houses. They weren't traipsing through the snow. So first quarter of last year, the home buying market was very, very bad. So what happened in the second quarter? All of a sudden, there was this urgency. There weren't as many houses on the market. People were snapping them up. I don't know that that'll continue. So it'll give us, Harvey, I think what's going to happen is again, prices will stabilize. They're going to stabilize. There are going to be a lot of good buys out there. There's going to be more inventory out there. But rates are going to be low. We know rates are going to be low through at least February, right? That's when we're thinking.
Okay. If it's longer, it's good.
But that's all you can predict. But we also say, by the same token, Alex and I talk about it all the time, Alex and I think rates are going to go up by May, June, or July, right, Alex?
I think they're going to creep up. Yeah, they have to.
So that's where you're at. So if you're in the market to buy a house, get out there and look. Start driving the neighborhoods that you want to be in.
Some of the gurus in the financial world are predicting maybe the third quarter 2015. Who knows? We only can deal with what we got on our plate right now. 9:22 this morning. Hey, Kevin, you're calling in from Farmington Hills. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate you taking my call.
No problem. What's up?
Hey, well, about 2 years ago, I had a house in Garden City, and I lost it to foreclosure. The bank wouldn't work with me. It's a long story. But anyways, my wife and I were able to buy a house that we really enjoy up in Farmington Hills, and with the help of a friend who loaned us some money, we were able to purchase the home. But we would like to refinance the home to consolidate some debt and some other stuff. But I don't know what the timeline is when you have a foreclosure on your, because her name wasn't on the house, it was my house.
Right.
But because we're married, obviously it's part of her record. But
was she on title?
Timeline is to be able to refinance the house that we currently have.
Was she on title to the property? No. Well, you can refinance your house, the one you guys bought now. If she's on title, you could refinance it right now.
The house we have in Farmington Hills now, she's the only one on the title.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so she can get a loan. There's no problem there.
Yeah. Do you have a conventional or FHA mortgage now?
He didn't. We borrowed money from a friend.
Oh. We borrowed money from a friend, and we want to pay him off.
Does your wife work?
And yes, she does.
Yeah,
she's had a job for a couple of years now.
If she qualifies on her own, you can do it in her name.
Really? Because everybody's told us that because the bankruptcy is in my name that she can't get a loan.
What's that got to do with her?
It's because they're not as smart as me.
Not the bankruptcy. Sorry, not the foreclosure.
Oh, the foreclosure, right. Again, no difference, yeah.
I guess what's that got to do with her?
I don't know.
Nothing.
That's what we're trying to figure out, because I get different stories from everybody we talk to, and somebody said you had to wait 2 years, and I'm thinking, why would that make a difference? Because she wasn't on title.
Are you talking to mortgage banks? Or are you talking to people at the bowling alley?
We've talked to both.
Hey, you're talking to way too many people, man.
Listen, Kevin, let me call you.
Do I need to talk to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, follow up.
Thanks, Kev. Work that out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me call you after the show, and I'll get it.
The sooner I could get this going and done, the better.
Yeah. As long as she qualifies on her own, she can get the mortgage in her name, and we'll leave you completely out of it.
Hey, Kevin, we're hoping there's not a rest of the story to this, so we'll just see what's happening. We'll check it out for you.
There really isn't, other than the fact that I worked with the bank for a year and a half to try to get them to help me with keeping the house, and they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they fired that person. They're not even at the bank anymore.
Yeah, but it's going to be in his wife's name, so
you'll be all set.
Kevin,
okay. Can you guys send me some information?
I'll call you after the show, man.
Your screener I gave him my email address and everything.
You got it. We'll take care of it
for you.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kev. 248-539-9797. You know what? I need better friends. Are you going to buy you a house?
Kevin's going through that syndrome, Yeah. He's trying to disseminate inaccurate information versus accurate information. That's it. Because there are all these people talking out there. Everybody knows everything. Just call somebody up.
There's a lot of diseases and syndromes, right?
It's a lot of syndromes.
The hate you for closing my loan syndrome is a bad one to have.
Yeah, the I hate you for doing all the work and fixing my credit and, getting me my house syndrome on a 95 LTV where I'm the 95, the bank, us, Capital Mortgage Bank, we're the 95% partner, and you're the 5% partner, but you get to live there and raise your family, so you're yelling at me?
Hey, look,
remember that
he can get a cash-out refinance and pay off his buddy. That's the cool thing.
I'll tell the story.
A great story. Keep it here. Alex is coming back with an unbelievable story. 248-539-9797. All your calls.
97.1 The Ticket.
So, maybe you don't belong to a gym because one time you accidentally sat on a chest press machine backwards and humiliated yourself in front of a person you found attractive. Or maybe you secretly don't even know how to properly do a dumbbell curl, or maybe you have an unnatural fear of trying to figure out how to use the treadmill because there's really a lot going on digitally speaking. And what if you hit the wrong button, or you start going too fast and you have to do one of those Roadrunner-looking moves where you have to prop yourself up on the side rails?
There are lots of reasons people don't join a gym, but at Planet Fitness, we've got even more reasons you should. Like the fact that it's just $10 a month, or that we offer free unlimited fitness training. Yep, free fitness training with certified trainers that show you how to use our equipment and customize a workout plan just for you. It's called PE at PF, and we guarantee it's 100% embarrassment free, even if you did sit on a chest press machine backwards one time. Sign up at the gym or join online at planetfitness.com. Home club only. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. Planet Fitness facilities are independently owned and operated. Incentives offered for enrolling in other memberships. See club for details.
Every day in Michigan, people all over the state benefit from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan's commitment to giving back to our communities.
My name is Bridget Regan, and I'm the principal of Cass Elementary School in Livonia. The Building Healthy Communities program from Blue Cross has made such a positive impact on our entire school community. We were so thrilled when we were picked.
Blue Cross supports local school programs across the state that have helped over 100,000 children learn the importance of eating healthy and staying active.
We have a wonderful after-school intramural program that allows students to engage in fun physical activities. And the kids love that. None of that would have been possible without the support of Blue Cross.
The Building Healthy Communities program. It's just one way Blue Cross is giving back.
Thanks, Blue Cross.
A cross, a shield, a promise to make a difference. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and Blue Care Network are nonprofit corporations and independent licensees of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
As you plan your charitable donations for 2015, here are a few reasons you should give to 97.1 The Ticket's Student Heart Check program. For one thing, you'll be ensuring that thousands of Metro Detroit student athletes are screened for serious heart problems that normal physicals don't cover. Everyone you help lives right here in Metro Detroit. Of course, your donation is tax deductible, but most importantly, you'll be ensuring that playing sports doesn't end up in sudden cardiac arrest. In other words, you'll be saving kids' lives. Giving is simple. Just go to cbsdetroit.com/student heart check.
Dr. Berkowitz from Michigan Hair Restoration is back with us, and wow, you have a full head of hair. Look at that.
Thanks. Yes, I had the procedure about a year ago, and the results are great.
It looks so natural.
Thanks. There's no pluggy palm tree look, no stitches or staples, no linear scar, and the transplanted hair is genetically programmed to grow. You'll love your hair and feel more confident.
Guys, instead of a gym membership for the new year, see Dr. B and really change your look. Call 844-4HAIR now or visit MichiganHairRestoration.com. Mention this ad and learn how to save $500. Save up to 60% on Pistons, Red Wings, Tigers, and concert tickets at ScoreBig.com. Enter to win $200 in ticket credit at ScoreBig.com/ticket.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
The Detroit Tigers end their promotional tour of the state today. It's Tiger Fest at Comerica Park. Meanwhile, sad news, Baseball Hall of Famer and longtime Chicago Cub Ernie Banks is dead at the age of 83. Titans falling at Cleveland State in College Hoops 70-66. Pistons at Milwaukee tonight. They try to win their 8th road game in 9 tries. Michigan basketball today from the Chrysler Center, 7 p.m. on AM 950 WWJ. Number 6 Wisconsin comes calling. Michigan State is at Nebraska later this afternoon. NFL says, yes, there's evidence that shows New England did use underinflated footballs during the first half of the AFC title game. They are, however, still investigating. All-Star Weekend in the NHL. No Red Wings in the game tomorrow. Jimmy Har was named to the team but had to withdraw due to injury. Michigan 7, Wisconsin 4. That's in college hockey. From the 1-800-CALL SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
No crying in sports. Complaining is acceptable.
97.1 The Ticket.
All right, welcome back. 9:30 this morning. Not a bad day out there. January 24th, 2015. You're listening to the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker.
Tiger Fest coming up, baby. Come on now. Baseball's right around the corner. Spring training. Go down there, watch the Tigers.
We're pumped up.
Joker Merchant Stadium. Cool place to watch a baseball
Then we'll
game,
also
by
have
the
the
way.
Wings rolling in the playoffs. We're going to have the Pistons maybe squeaking in. There's some good
Awesome.
stuff happening
Really?
here.
Yeah, awesome.
248-539-9797.
Have you noticed our callers are really cool? Like this morning, Kevin was really cool. We've got great
Some good
callers.
guys.
Our callers are really awesome.
How about Mike out in Macomb? Hey, Mike, good morning. What's
Mike,
going on?
Tough act to follow, Mike. What's up?
Hi, how you doing?
Well.
I have a couple quick questions. I'm hearing more and more about the Streamline FHA.
Yep.
And the problem I have, I signed on my house in October of 2013. And I was still under the old rule where I can drop PMI in 5 years.
Okay.
And I was just wondering, would it still benefit me, or am I better off sticking with the loan I have since I'm already 2 years into my loan?
You signed prior to the mortgage insurance rule changing? That it's going to drop off?
I locked in prior to that.
What's your current
I
rate
had
right-
my case number.
What's your current rate right now?
4.5.
I mean,
what's your
the
balance?
balance on the mortgage?
Yeah, what's the balance?
Just over 200.
And what's the house worth now?
Like 270.
So why don't we take it off FHA and back to a conventional loan? We can take the rate down and drop the PMI.
The problem is I lost my house less than 6 years ago.
Well, I mean, if I can get it approved on a conventional deal, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, you might actually qualify to switch that to a conventional mortgage now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought I was under the impression because I lost my home 6 years ago that I wasn't conventional wasn't even an option.
No, it's definitely an option, man. 6 years is definitely enough, man. I mean, I hope there's not a more to the story, but I mean, it sounds like a pretty.
No, there's no more to the story.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we can take the rate down and drop the PMI. Probably save you on a loan amount that size. You're probably looking at $150 a month in savings.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay,
let me call in about a half an hour. I'll take care of it.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Thanks, Mike.
Fantastic. Hey, a lot of times we can reduce the closing costs in these transactions. That's a nice size loan amount, which means a nice size savings monthly. 248-539-9797. Find out really what's going on in the mortgage world. Find out what's going on in the real estate world. I mean, coming up soon, we're afraid that this home buying season is going to be here before you know it. If you're out there bidding now and losing homes, get your ducks in a row. Do you have everything set up? Do you have your approval letter? Do you have a strategy? Do you understand if you are forced into overbidding on the house, do you have enough cash on hand to make the transaction work? People did weird things when they were overbidding on these houses last year. They let their guard down. They were waiving home inspections, overbidding on properties. So, again, just try to do the right thing. Again,
but I
if you
don't
need
think
some
there's
information, don't be desperate.
But I don't know. There's nothing wrong with overbidding on a house if that's the house you want and you're going to be there a long time. Because, see, that might be the barrier to entry. You might need to go ahead and pay a little bit more if you want that property. And guess what? If you get the property, just bring a little bit more, and that's what happens. You got to put more down. But we're talking about Kevin and Mike and all these guys. Everybody's situation, Harvey, is different. Even if you're looking to overbuy, so you overbuy, you get in the house that you want. Kevin and Mike, everybody's situation is different. So then we vet it out. We converse with them. We get all their stuff, and we say, you know what? Don't get pigeonholed. Maybe we can get him out of that FHA loan and save him more than just the MIP. Lower the rate and the MIP.
I sort of
Get rid of it.
I kept writing down last night. I was writing some notes down. The show. It's like, you deserve to work with Capital Mortgage Funding. Why not? Learn everything there is, A to Z, about the process. Be educated. That education is going to give you the confidence to move forward. And we'll continue the calls this morning. We got Brian out there in Clarkston. Good morning, Brian. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
My question, actually, I have a couple. I currently at 7.25%, and I've gone through my mortgage company, my credit union, and they all want like $5,000 to refinance.
Right.
A couple of them want me to get flood insurance. Well,
Are you in a flood zone? Are you in a flood zone?
Well, what I was trying to tell you is about 5 years ago when I redid my garage, I hired a company to find out if I was, and I wasn't, so I got out of it.
Okay, that's good.
Good.
Typical real estate company, oh, yeah, all you got to do is make a phone call and you can get out of it. Well,
It doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. You know that.
Anyhow, what I would like to know is who do I go to get a decent rate on the refinance? And I'm capable of going VA, which I've never used. I owe $75,000 on my house. I got a $22,000 home equity loan on it to get a hot rod about 10 years ago. And the house
So you bought a depreciating liability.
Do you still have
And
that
the
hot rod, brother?
Hey, man, he's got a hot rod.
I want to know. I want to hear about this. Do you still have that?
What'd you buy, Bri?
It's 71 Hemi Challenger.
Okay, what's wrong with that? I love that car.
It's a sweet ride.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? In fact, he's keeping that forever.
Brian, what's the house worth?
$250,000.
And what's the rest of the story? Why are you still at 7.5? You have a foreclosure, bankruptcy, bad credit,
no job.
No, nothing.
Then we'll take care of it. That's high.
Pretty.
All right. Well,
I gave up. I gave up because everybody wanted $5,000, and I had to pay points.
No.
Hey, Brian, meet your new mortgage guy named Harvey Freed. I'll be calling you in a little bit. Thanks for the call. It's
Brian,
awesome.
I'll call you for this. So give me like a half an hour. We'll take care of it.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. 248-539-9797. Call Capital Mortgage. Save money. 1-800-LOW-RATE. I know Diane Patone's in the office. We have the best staff around. Folks, I've been there for over 22 years. Definitely call Capital. You're going to save money. Deal with real professionals. I'm not kidding.
71 Challenger, bro. That's a sweet ride.
That is a
any
sweet
idea
ride.
what that's all about? That's a great car.
What it's
I
all
love that
about.
car.
Because I wasn't born
You
yet.
speak
Well,
the
I know,
language,
but
Harry.
that's a sweet car. You know, I used to be like an old school motorhead, like pre-1975. Well, pre-1974. 73 was really the last year of the good cars because then in 74 they started putting the emissions controls on it and the whole thing. And
We spoke about it last week here. You still have your Auto Rama shirt.
That's
so we
right.
get it.
All
We
my
understand,
all my
brother.
brothers that know what I'm talking about, call in the show and tell me I'm doing good, okay?
Hey, we've got Ron out there. Ron, you're calling in from Flint. Good morning. Welcome to the show. What's going on?
Hey, gentlemen, how's it going? How you
Morning,
doing?
sir.
What's up, Ron?
All righty, I'll try to be quick with this. Well, me and my wife, we bought our house in 1998 for $39,900. It was a fixed rate of 8.5% FHA loan. 2005, we did a streamlined refi down to 6.5% fixed FHA. And we currently, at 2015, the balance is $27,000. We pay $590 a month. You know, that includes everything. The question is, we have bad credit, so is it possible that we could maybe shorten the terms to pay the house off? Because we want to pay it off, but we don't know how to go about, getting out of the situation that we're in with 6.5%.
Well, I mean,
is there anything that could be done?
Are you paying the mortgage on time, Ron?
No, we've been behind ever since 2011. I got laid off. And when I talked to my realtor about selling the house, he said that since I live in a bad area, I couldn't even get $10,000.
Yeah, where would you move to anyways? You know, where are you going to move?
Out of Flint. I work in Detroit.
Oh, you got a long drive, man.
She works in Milford now.
Ron, let me do this, man. Let me call after the show. I don't know. I mean, if you're behind on the mortgage, there's not a ton that I can do for you. But let's talk afterwards. Let me put together look at your budget. Let me put together a plan for you guys. There's savings.
Okay.
There's something in your life that I can save you money on. Whether it's the cable bill, your cell phone bill. There's something we can free up. $100 a month, and you can pay that towards the principal of the house and pay it off.
Hey, Ron, what's your payment every month on that house?
$590.
$590.
That's with
$590,
everything.
did you say?
That's with taxes, insurance, and everything. So.
Well, look, if you ended up renting the house out, you can move away, but then you got to rent somewhere, and it's hard to find a rent for under $600. I'll tell you that, especially if your wife's down here in the Milford area.
Right, and with our income versus our debt, we could pay the mortgage and be on time with it every month. It's just been, it's been frustrating.
All right, let me call after the show, Ron. See what I can do for you.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, man. See ya.
All righty. Thank you for the call there. 248-539-9797. We got Malcolm calling in from Detroit. We went from Flint to Detroit and everything in between. Malcolm, welcome to the show. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up, Malcolm?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. I went through a divorce several years ago. Everything was spelled out, divorce decree. It's probably one of the most amicable divorces in the history of divorces.
Just like Alex's.
The bottom line is
Thanks,
I told my ex I'd take her name off the house so she wouldn't have to be liable. We did a quick claim deed. I had been paying the mortgage biweekly myself, no problem. Had it coming out of automatic payroll deduction program. Contacted the mortgage company and says, look, she no longer lives here. I'm sending you a copy of my divorce decree where it's all worked out in the divorce decree. You've been getting your money for at least 3 years that I've been paying out of my checking account.
Right.
Why can't you just remove her name off the mortgage?
Because you used her income and credit to qualify when you bought the house.
Well, no, I'm the veteran. So I had the qualifying certificate of eligibility.
So you're on a VA loan right now.
Right.
Okay, so
I'm the member.
Okay, so we can do a VA streamline and take her off. You got to do a refinance and take her off. You can't just take someone off a mortgage because you get divorced. We can refinance that. What rate are you paying right now? Interest?
Maybe 3.25%.
Oh, so your rate's really low. We can't just take her off the mortgage. You have to do a full refinance.
Okay.
Despite what the court says, you still have to qualify for the mortgage.
Okay.
But I'm glad your divorce is amicable. That's good. But let me call to the show and see what I can figure out for you.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Malcolm. Again, we got lots of information to share with you.
So he has the opposite of my situation.
Yeah, not too bad. Hey, 941, come on back and join us. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, 248-539-9797.
Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth.
Make the choice. Experience the difference. The Suburban Collection.
Celebrating the new year with brand new rides like the 2015 Cadillac SRX Crossover Front-Wheel Drive Standard Edition. Enjoy StabiliTrak and front-wheel drive. Plus, stay connected with OnStar and 4G LTE. And Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth lease SRX for $319 a month for 24 months with $1,050 down. Must be GMS and GMS loyal. See dealer for complete details. Stop by Ann Arbor Road off I-275 today for a test drive. And check out the new SRX at the North American International Auto Show. Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth. A member of the Suburban Collection, make the choice. And this week at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi, it's the Novi Home Improvement Show.
The Suburban Collection.
Visit SuburbanCadillacofPlymouth.com. Offer expires January 31st.
Right now at T-Mobile, you can hook up the whole family for just $100 a month. You get 4 lines with unlimited talk, text, and data on our network, and enough 4G LTE data to cover the whole crew, up to 10 gigs. And don't worry about sharing data with your app-happy kids. You'll get 2.5 gigs on each line until 2016. Can it get any better? Heck yeah! The next big thing is here, the new Samsung Galaxy Note 4. It's one of the hottest devices around, and at T-Mobile, it's zero down. So you can grab one for everybody in the family without breaking the bank. So switch to T-Mobile in the data-strong network today and get 4 lines for $100 in the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 for zero down.
Note 4 requires 24 monthly payments of $31.24. Total cost $749.76. If you cancel wireless service, remaining balance on phone becomes due. 0% APR and approved credit. Pricing for well-qualified customers. Taxes and fees additional. 2.5 gigabytes of data per line until 2016, then up to 1 gigabyte. See T-Mobile.com for offer details.
This is the sound of relief. This is the sound of reliability. And this is the sound of a normal day, when oil prices return to normal and customers who stayed with Oil Heat can reward themselves with the sound of a pat on the back.
Find out more about today's oil heat at intelligentwarmth.com. Brought to you by the National Oil Heat Research Alliance and the locally owned and operated members of the Michigan Petroleum Association.
Hey, Tigers fans, are you ready for warm, sunny skies and a new season of Tigers baseball? Then make your plans to head south with Tigers Vacations to Spring Training. You'll receive hotel accommodations, great game tickets, and much more. Book now, and you'll attend the Tigers' exclusive post-game spring training dinner with select Tigers players and team personnel. Space is limited, so make your plans today. Call 800-892-7687 or online at tigers.com/vacations.
The hockey team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Red Wings live here.
All righty, welcome back to the show, 944. We're happy to bring it to you. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Hey, give us a call at the office, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283 for you Blackberry
So just an FYI, you know the guy that called in as a 71 Challenger?
Yeah, you checked it out.
I checked out. The car's worth more now.
What is it worth? What's a sticker on something like that?
It depends on the condition, all kinds of ranges. But if he bought it for what he said he bought it for, it's worth more now. It's a cool car.
That's a cool ride.
I like it. I'm not into cars as investments per se. However, it's a cool car.
We got Rick on the line out in Westland. Hey, Rick, you got a refi question. What's going on?
How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Rick?
I purchased a home last July in Westland, and my mortgage rate is 4.375, and I'm just curious if I should refinance to try and get a lower rate.
Maybe rates are a tad lower than that. What type of loan do you have?
It's just a conventional.
You put down 20%?
30-year. I'm paying PMI.
So you're paying PMI. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to refinance so that I can probably keep the rate in the same range and drop the PMI as long as there's some equity in the property.
Okay, well, the PMI is under $30, I believe. It's the loan isn't for that much money.
What's the mortgage balance?
$95,000.
And the PMI is only $30 a month?
It's got to be higher than that. There's no question. It has to be.
Well, I'm actually not sure because I don't have the document.
No, Rick, here's what's pull the mortgage statement for me that you pay every month, and let me call you later on, and we can just run the numbers. If it makes sense, we'll do something. If not, I'll tell you you're in good shape, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to get my advice on it.
Okay, great.
So let me call you later on. We'll figure it out. Pull the mortgage statement for me, and I'll call you this afternoon.
All right, thanks.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks for the call. 248-539-9797. You know, I said it before. Just give us a phone call. I mean, half these services we do are free, Alex. You just mentioned it. Give us a phone call. Let's check it out. Many times we tell people, hey, you're all set. Don't touch it. But, you know, if you're out there and you're driving around looking at houses, you're not organized, you don't have your approval letter, stop it. Stop wasting time. Look at your licensed agent and say to them, are you too shy to tell me I need an approval letter? Are you too scared to tell me I need an approval letter? Are you clueless, spineless, or just a faker in the industry? If you're any of those things, step in front of it and say, you know what? I don't even have my approval letter.
Harry, yes. you mentioned something earlier in the show about, you know, I hate you for closing my loan, and, you know, I put down 5% and this and that, and you're a 95% partner. And I'm telling you, man, I get complaints. I had it the other day. The dude lost his job mid-transaction buying a house.
That's
lost his job.
Sucks.
Like a huge issue. Like any other lender. Any other lender would have been like, dude, you're done, man. You know, you're making X per year. You're the primary income earner. This deal is dead. I worked with them. I was taking their phone calls at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. The wife's crying. Like, I don't want to, because they built a house.
Scary,
They were going to lose their earnest money deposit and this and that. So we figured it out. But they ended up putting down a bunch more money, but I made it work for them. Of course, we, you know, at the closing, we get in the survey, like, you know, did you like Alex Nafusi? No, we didn't like him. We didn't like his service. I'm like, dude, I mean, like, there's nothing more. The team that I work with at Capital, we spent more time on this loan to help this family on a deal. I mean, on a deal that I should have just scrapped. It probably cost us $10,000.
But you know, if that doesn't bother you and you don't take it personally, then you know you really don't have a pulse and you're in it for the wrong reason.
And that's what I was going to say. Like,
of course, you take it personally.
I don't treat any client like loan number 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single person, I want to see you at a Red Wings game and high five you and buy you a beer. I don't want you to look at me and be like, oh, that's that guy that ripped me off.
It's sort of shocking. Here we are.
He was mean to me.
Exactly. You know, 2015, it's sort of strange that we still have some of these weird things that are still happening. Like, really, come on, you're out there looking at homes and you're not approved. Or, I mean, bad things happen to good people. That's something bad that happened to a good dude.
I emailed them and I said, I'm like, quite frankly, like, I'm offended. Like, that I'm upset. Like, dude, I mean, there's some, like, you can't, I did so much with people. There's nothing more you can do for somebody.
Right.
And they're still like, screw you, Harvey, I hate you.
Right, and you're not even nice to me after we have our things every now, and you're still nice to me. Will you buy me that dinner that you promised like 3 or 4 years ago?
You called off Christmas like 10 years ago.
What are you talking
Every year,
about?
Harvey and I.
How about your bottle of whiskey?
It was like 10 years ago.
This guy, he's a Scrooge. 248-539-9797. Chris out there in Monroe. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Chris, what's up, man?
Sorry, I just had to hop off my headset.
That's okay. No worries. What's up?
Hey, I just calling. I bought my house here in Monroe County 8.5 years ago, and I was on a I believe it's called an ARM.
Yep.
Where it is fixed for 5 years, and then it adjusts every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually been wonderful for me, just for the sole fact that interest rates have, I think I started at 7 3/4, and I'm down to, I believe what it is now is 4 1/4. And I guess my question is I re-up in August. I have I originally paid $179 for my house. I owe $118 on it now. I've paid down pretty significantly on it. I don't escrow. I just want to guess. My thought is, do I ride this out any longer, or should I pretty much just lock in my loan so I don't get screwed?
Well, how long are you going to be there? How long do you think you're going to be in the house?
At least another 5 years.
Why don't we do another 5-year ARM?
Why not do another 5-year ARM?
Yeah.
Is that the way to go? I don't know. I just thought,
Chris, the rate's going to go up. It's undoubtedly going to go up. You're in a
You You think I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off,
you're
but
fine,
you
go
think
ahead.
in August, chances are my interest rate's going
Well,
to
the
go back
LIBOR
up?
could move. It's pretty volatile over there in Europe. That's what's causing all the volatility here.
When you say it's with the rate, let's say it adjusts and you're still at a low rate in August, okay? What's going to happen the following 4 years? Nobody knows. So
No, I agree, and that's why I just don't want to get. I guess isn't the maximum it can go up though? Is it 2%? Am I correct on
yeah,
that?
2% per adjustment, probably 5 or 6 for the life of your loan.
Sure.
So
if I started at 7 1/4, the maximum it can go is 12 1/4, which would take forever to get. I don't even want it to go above. I guess what I'm paying now. That's why I thought to.
Right.
If I can lock in at 4 1/4.
I would.
Or
yes,
I think you should do it. Absolutely.
Chris, if you're worried about that,
lock it.
I would absolutely do refinance and lock it in, 100%.
Okay. But you are also suggesting maybe possibly doing another 5-year arm if
Only
I'm
if
only
you know-
thinking that I'm going to.
Right. Only if you know you're
What-
going to be out in 5 years.
Okay, tell me what is the benefit between just doing that 5-year arm instead of doing a conventional loan? Is it the cost of the refi?
Well, they're both conventional loans. Just the term's different.
Right. And then the rate's going to be lower on the 5-year arm. Or I could do a 7-year arm, give you a 2-year buffer there in case you don't sell in 5 years.
Sure.
You have a lot of
I mean, to be honest with you, home values, I mean, I'm getting back to the point where I didn't want to, I mean, I never wanted to sell my house when it plummeted the whole night. I mean, I could pay myself. I wasn't worried about that. My thought was we're going to ride it out. History kind of repeats itself. Home values will come back up eventually. Thankfully, they are starting to come back up, as I can see on my state equalized value year after year. I'm gaining a little bit. I'm assuming my house would probably, I had a house behind me sell for $192 last summer. I'm assuming my house would be somewhere around $180, $185. Done a lot of updates and stuff to it. And, I guess, 5 years, I would say for sure. I mean, I maybe not even 5 years that I would probably end up selling just because home values are getting back to the point where I feel like, I can actually walk away from my house and get what I at least have somewhat put into it. You know what I mean?
We can do a 7-year arm, give you a 2-year buffer. The rate's going to, it'll be a little lower than a conventional, than a 30-year fixed. And
so that's the idea behind the arm, is you're going to get a little bit better of a rate.
A little bit lower rate, correct, sir.
Sure. Okay.
So, let me call to the show. Go ahead.
I'm from Monroe Bank and Trust. I have no problem with getting my stuff refinanced through whoever. I mean, it doesn't even matter to me. I mean, I don't really have to have loyalty to Monroe Bank and Trust.
Well, you'll be loyal to
is
us.
that something? Huh?
We can take care of it for you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do you guys want to maybe call me back?
Yes,
You guys
I'll call after the show, Chris, and we'll take care of it.
Thanks for the call, Chris. You're outstanding.
Thanks, buddy.
Great stuff, man.
Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, so you want to buy a house? Well, we can help you with that. Improve your credit scores, get you maybe a little bit better transaction, realistic debt-to-income ratio, get a house that matches your lifestyle, leaves you financially comfortable. These are all important things. Funds to close, find out how much money it takes to close. We've got lots to share with you. We're going to try to sneak one more call in. Let's go to Kyle out there in Linden. Good morning, Kyle. You're live on the show. Make it quick.
Kyle, what's up, man?
Kyle, you there?
What's up, brother? Kyle, what's up, dude? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just calling to see. We had we bought a house for $40,000, and I had to completely tear it apart down to frame and rebuild it. And we spent a lot of money on Home Depot credit cards to finish it at the time, And we wanted to see about refinancing it because our APR, when we went to sign for it and put our 20% down on a 30-year fix, it was the APR, instead of being 4% like it was supposed to be, was 9 point something. And then we actually had to pay more down than we were supposed to. We just went ahead and did it anyway because we had to wait 7 months and pay, the late fees a couple times to extend the buying on it because they couldn't get it done in time. And we were just trying to figure out a way to lower it because we're paying $1,900 a month probably on our house payment was only supposed to be
What's the house worth?
Well, that's the thing. I was going to see, should I refinance it to pay off it? I know it's worth a ton more than it was before. I mean, we even replaced the wells and everything. But
let's get an appraisal on it, see what it's worth. We can go to 80% of the appraised value and pay off those credit cards for all the work you did, man.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, and the APR was just so much higher than it was supposed to be when we got there to sign for the house.
Let me call you a little bit, Kyle. I'm out of time, partner, but let me call after the show, and we'll take care of it, dude.
Hey, what a great show, man.
Hey, outstanding. Hey, thanks to all the callers for calling in.
Great calls and getting texts on cars. They love those.
I
early 70s muscle cars, Ford Mercury. I just got one here.
Cool.
A Mercury Cougar, it looks like to me. Is that right, Anthony? You're out there.
Hey, be sure to keep it on 97.1 all day long. We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports, social commentary.
Happy birthday to my nieces. Taylor and Sammy, baby.
Be sure to call Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. For Alex Nafusi, Harry Glanz, I'm Harvey Freed. We'll see you next Saturday.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Thinking of waiting until spring to list your home? Don't. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Right now, we have more homes for sale today than we had last spring. And do you know what that means? The longer you wait to get into the market, the less your home will be worth. But don't just take it from me.
I'm Dennis King.
And I'm Haven King. I heard the advertisement for Jeff Glover, and we gave him a call. He put our house on the market on a Monday.
On Tuesday, we had 10 showings.
The house sold in 1 week.
Jeff, hands down, is one of the best.
We'd recommend Jeff to anybody who's looking to sell a home in today's market.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 90